Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video we are going to be doing June testing. I realize this video is getting put up fairly late in the month. It's been a very busy month. There's been a ton of different projects and a ton of things working on, so this has been pushed back. But if you are new here for the testing videos I do once a month, it's where I test all the life safety and essential backup systems that I have put in place to make my buildings as safe and prepared for an emergency as possible. Those systems that are in place are things like my fire alarm system and emergency lighting, as well as backup power in the form of a generator and UPSs. It's starting to feel like I'm saying this every couple months, but we're back here again. The situation we've had before where I've put some things in place that I haven't posted the videos about yet because these testing videos come out pretty soon after when they're recorded, versus a lot of my other videos are pushed back a while because there's just so many. So I have made some very, very significant changes to some things that I will try and not completely expose how they've been done, but you will see them in this video. And those changes are to do with the generator, and I've done some major improvements to the generator. So yeah guys, first let's get going with the fire alarm testing. Now, I've been doing this every month for the last few months, where I've been asking you guys to let me know what you want me to activate the system by the following month. And May's testing video, I had some requests. I've had some for the months previous too. I've had a bunch of requests to activate the system with the sprinkler system by flowing some water out of the drain for the sprinkler system to activate the system that way. Also, somebody wanted a activation from the panel, which I'm assuming they just mean using the drill button. So I'll do both of those, but first we'll do the practical test by putting the system into full alarm, since drill doesn't do that, since I need to test that the relays are all functioning as well to make sure doors are letting go, that messages are being sent to my phone, the system's going off. We need to set it off in a real alarm. So that's what we'll do first by activating the sprinkler flow. By the way guys, the sprinkler test drain is right here. This is our line here where you can see the ground's kind of has a divot in it. I'm not sure if that shows up, where this will spray the water out when testing the sprinkler system. This is the fire alarm system for this building. It is a Firelight MS9200 UDLS addressable fire alarm system that can support up to 200 points, and one of those points on it is this monitor module here, which is the sprinkler flow monitor, which is tied in to the sprinkler system flow switch, which, if any sprinkler head goes off in the building, that water will then flow out of that sprinkler head and will set off the flow switch from the water going by. I also, if things do look differently here, it's because I did a water line upgrade and I increased my sprinkler flow by 25%. A lot of people told me that wouldn't work, that the water meter was the biggest restriction. Upgrading the PEX fittings wouldn't make a difference, but I thought it's a cheap alternative to installing an actual pump and probably a better overall solution. So I went ahead and did that, and it increased my flow rate by 25%. Basically, I had an issue here where I wasn't getting quite enough flow out of the sprinklers. It was still working, but not as well as I wanted it to. And this half-inch copper pipe isn't the problem. Copper pipes and their fittings aren't nearly as restrictive. It's the PEX fittings. The half-inch PEX is actually way smaller than half-inch copper, and then the half-inch PEX fittings are more realistically like a quarter of an inch at the sharp 90s. So I made some upgrades to that, changed fittings, and went with 3/4 for as much of the stuff as I could. And that did increase my flow by 25%. So just thought I'd mention that. Alrighty, let's do it. I'll go do our walk around. This horn strobe is good. This strobe is good, whether they show up on camera or not. That you just take a chance with, you never really know. This strobe is good. This strobe is good, horn strobe I should say. Oh, I didn't check our outside strobes. That one's good. There we go, one flash on camera. Here's another one. Okay guys, well you can see that is where our sprinkler water is being shot out of the building. So I'll go ahead and shut that down. Can hear all of our fire alarms are in sync. I can confirm that the fire door did indeed let go as designed. You can see that won't stick, which is what we want. And I did get my text message and my email, so I know that the system went off, which is what I wanted. So that's why I had to do a actual test without doing just the drill button. And now last thing before we reset the system, instead of having to reset it twice, I will activate the CO monitor module, which will put the system into supervisory. I know, I need to get some CO test spray. It's expensive, it's like 54 bucks a can or something like that. But it would be nice to actually test the CO detector with a actual real test, so anyway. Now, if it was in true alarm, it would keep doing temporal 4 until carbon monoxide levels went back to normal, or you hit the test button on it. There you go, there's your active supervisory CO detector. So you can see a few things have gone off. First of all, our red light is on our CO module, meaning it has activated that point of the module. It's a dual monitor module. And then this is a control module, which is basically what is the NAC circuit for the strobe. But before it gets out to the strobe, it has to go through CO strobe sync, which that's what's making all the clicking noises. That is a sync module, and you can hear the relay in there clicking. That's just how wheel-lock devices sync, because you can't give a sync protocol directly off of a strobe NAC module. It's not like the NACs on the panel, which you can program a sync output. It's basically just power, so that's why it has to go through that module first. As you can see, though, it's activated with the solid green light. You can see we are strobing yellow. As well, in here you can see we are strobing turn the lights off actually. The yellow actually lights up the room quite a bit. I mean, the white does too, but anyway, we can now silence that alarm too, which that has turned off the strobe NAC circuit. And we can reset our fire alarm system, where we will hear some relays click on. That relay just clicked in there. And yeah, now we just have to wait for the system to reinitialize all of the points. And I just got another notification that the fire alarm system is now reset. And there you go. Someone wanted to see the drill function. It's not that exciting. You just have to hold it for 2 seconds. I'll just do a quick drill. The thing with drill is it actually turns on both. Turns on the strobes for the CO and the fire alarm. Won't let you turn it off with the drill button again. Some panels will. So, evac in system. So I guess drill on here. Okay, drill will still shut my fire door actually. I didn't even think about that because the relay's tied onto one of the NAC circuits. But this will stick now. Okay, so the fire alarm all checks out good, so that has the fire alarm side of things done. Now we have to test emergency lighting and backup power sources. So we'll start with emergency lighting, where we will flip off some breakers and make sure all of the emergency lighting is working, and then I will test the UPSs and generator and UPSs. Not exactly sure what order I'll do that in, but that's what's left to do now. So let's do our emergency lights. Okay. Okay, we have this emergency lighting circuit. We have this emergency lighting circuit. We have this emergency lighting circuit. Exit sign combo here is working well. Good, 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 good. This unit up here, LED emergency unit, Lumicell, Good, good, good. You can see this guy is illuminated as it should be. This guy back here. Ready light unit, you can see LED. This one is also working as it should. This bathroom unit here, you can see this guy is also working well. This guy in here is working well. This one really doesn't need to be in here anymore, but you can see it is working. And as far as the unit in this room, I have removed that one because I would hit my ass on it every time I tried to climb up to the upstairs and knock it off the wall, and it was a big pain. So I got rid of that. Okay, moving on to our outside devices. This guy out here, mounted to the front of the building, is working well as much as it has yellowed. That's one thing I'm not a fan of with these outdoor units, is they yellow so fast. I installed this just a couple years back and you can see it's already turning yellow. That's just how it goes with these. Our generator building. You can see this unit in our generator building is also working well. Check on our unit in this shed over here. All these units are pretty much redundant now, as I do have generators. They're good to cover the time until the generator starts, but that time is now only around either 32 or 48 seconds, which isn't bad. This guy in here is illuminating it. We're not done yet though. We can turn these circuits back on, but we still have some other emergency lighting to test. Okay, we now have the emergency light in the other shed building and one in the house. Well, emergency light exit sign combo, I should say, as far as in that shed right there under the deck. I just mowed the lawn this morning. How about that? Good, good. Hey. Does not look comfortable. You got like the table leg going like into you. Whatever. Okay, now we got this guy in the house here. That illuminates pretty well. While I'm at it in the house here, before I go back out to test the generator, I might as well do the UPS while I'm in here. Because generators don't start instantly, I have, and since the house isn't on a generator period, I have 4 or 5 UPSs that back up all of the essentials, just things that are annoying to restart once they lose power, like Wi-Fi network equipment is one of them. So in the garage, I have all that network equipment backed up on UPS, but that's no good if the switch or the router in here, as well as the converter that converts the fiber to copper communication. If that's not backed up, none of that out there is useful at all. So I have a great big UPS behind this TV. Ones in the garage aren't that big because they'll run it for about an hour and a half, but that's all they need to do because the generator will come back on. This one out here though, this one out here is a big UPS. It's got two 18 amp hour batteries, and the load on it, I think it's good for maybe 1200 watts. It's 1500 VA, something like that. So it'll run the load on it for hours out here, probably 4 or 6 hours. It's gone for 4 hours for sure, but probably longer. So that is right there behind the TV. So it backs up this, which I believe is what converts the fiber to copper, as well as the router. And here is the UPS itself. It's an old one. I got it because it was just going to go in the garbage, but all it needed was new batteries to get it going again. So I put new batteries in it, and it's noisy and it's old, but it works. Oh yeah, and it does the Wi-Fi booster things too. You can see right now it's at fully charged, and the load is not even registering because it's so low. So you can hit test, or we can just unplug it. It doesn't back up the TV or this Telus box here, but that's nothing to do with the Wi-Fi. So anyway, so you can see it's on battery power right there. Anyway, fan will run on it for a while after, even once it comes back on AC power. But now I've just got the UPSs in the garage and the generator in the garage to test. This guy is still running for its 15 minutes after power is restored. That's normal. I've explained that before, that it does that for if it's in a area with, say, high pressure sodium lighting or any of the high intensity discharge type bulbs. They can take up to 15 minutes to come up to full brightness once power is restored, so that's why it stays on extra. UPS is out here. I got one for the computer here. That'll keep the computer going. That's down here. I can unplug it. You can see it's beeping solid, which means it's about to die. I'm not sure how long it'll go for. It seems to still go for around 20 minutes, which really it only needs to go, as long as it can go for a minute, that's good enough to cover the time between like when the generator starts and stuff. And so it probably needs a new battery. I put a new one in it, but it was a new to me battery. It might not have been fully new, or the UPS is just screwed, who knows, but it goes for as long as it needs to. We got that one there. That one does the computer. I got one here for the stereo. Super unnecessary. Battery backup and surge protection. Okay, that one I want on that, but these two actually don't need to be on that at all. Those can just be on surge protections, because I don't need these ones wasting the power. It's annoying when the... Crap, did I unplug the wrong one? Because I want the stereo itself here to not go out, because it's annoying if there's a quick blip when I'm watching a movie or something or listening to music, and then it has to fully reset itself. That's annoying. But these were plugged into here. I got two subwoofers, and the subwoofers don't need to be on UPS because those come back to life quick. Once they come on, they come back on within 15 seconds or so. So it's not like, there you can see that's how long it takes for that to come back on. So that's annoying. But the subs come back on fast. And even if they don't, they just pick up by themselves. But anyways, that's keeping this going. It won't do the subs, but again, it's just to cover that minute before the generator starts. The most important UPS though is up here in the ceiling because it keeps all of the Wi-Fi stuff going out here and keeps this camera going, that camera, and some outside cameras. So this one's important. And keeps the Wi-Fi access point and this PoE injector. Keeps all of that going. Is there a test button on it? I don't know, we'll just unplug it. There we go, it's now. Go for 241 minutes. 99% full. Input voltage 0, output voltage 120. It'll go for 239 minutes under the current conditions. Anyways, that's good. Okay, so as I said, there's been some changes with the generator setup, and I'm now going to start the generator. I'm not going to test it for an actual power failure. I'm just going to start it because I don't need the actual everything to kick into emergency mode. We just tested that. So I will start the generator, and eventually power will switch over. So I'm sure you probably saw the lights flicker. We are now on generator power. Oh my God, I just realized I gotta put the clip in of last week. I think it was last Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in there, where some kid rode his bike. He ended up getting taken away on an ambulance. He rode his bike down there. I don't know if he was attempting to hop up onto that little thing where that crow just took off from, but he kind of just ran straight into it and like flipped over. Okay, I gotta put that clip in here right now. I know that was bad quality because one clip was from that camera right there, and then the other was from that one, so it was pretty far away from over there, but yeah. Okay, the generator's had a good test. We'll go back in and shut her down. Alrighty guys, there we go. Just got an alert on my phone too. This guy wants me to clean the filter on it. That's why it says clean filter there and not the temperature. Every 500 hours it tells you to clean it, which I think if you're in like a house or in a really clean environment, it'd probably be excessive, but for me, it does get pretty dirty. We'll see if it is this time. Sometimes you can see the water coming out, it's really brown, but looks alright actually. Okay, now we just have to reset the timer, which I can go and do that through the app, or I can do it through here too. Filter reset. Oh, there we go. Alrighty guys, well that concludes our testing video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you do enjoy my videos and want to see more of them, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That would help me out. Also guys, if you are interested, I do have an Instagram account at Pickle700 where I have bonus content and stuff you don't see on YouTube, and some stuff you will see but post extra early, that sort of thing. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out. Alright guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.